Hi, good morning. I'm Sammy. I'm with TV Grapevine. Happy to speak with you both.
Hi, how are
Ah,
you?
how are you, Sammy Sugar Darling?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
Great. We're great,
We're great,
honey.
thank you.
Wonderful. So, why don't you both tell me why you decided to do the show?
You go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I feel like for me it was a new experience, and I'm just willing to do something new every time I can. And I feel like that was a great opportunity to prove myself that I can do something else besides yelling at my husband on the show. So I feel like it was something that it was going to challenge me, and I just like I want to do this. And I was going to meet new people, so I was very excited. That's why I didn't doubt it to actually just say yes, let's do this.
It was one of those things for me coming from the competitive kitchens of the world. Of can I do something other than compete with food? Can I actually do a competition that I'm not depending on my bacon bourbon pecan pie to win me first place or to take me on to the next stage? And so, how do I navigate through the competition world when food isn't the number one thing? Can I do it? Is this something that I can step up as a food star and say, look, guys, no matter what you want to do in your life, you can still shoot for the stars and do this just like I did. And so that was a lot of it why I went into the GOAT is I thought, it's going to be fun. It's going to be something I've never done. Let's go for it.
This goat
I
for
Let's
it.
love
go
that.
for it.
And what would you say was the biggest challenge for you both, Jason, other than not having food as your number one?
I would have to say the biggest challenge for me was learning the process of, alliances and the voting somebody off and the mind games that kind of came with it, how to figure things out, how were you going to move forward, who do you need to align yourself with, who do I need to take a piece of chocolate cake to say, oh, please don't vote for me? Or who I needed, so that I think was the biggest challenge for me was learning how to manipulate things the way that you want them to go.
Well, and for me, I would say like trying to separate the player with the person because I get too caught up in like my emotions, and it's hard to like just to have this mindset like, okay, this is a game and you have to have a strategies, and like you have to do these things because it's a game, you want to win. And like it is hard because you get attached to people, you don't want to vote people out, you want to keep them, but it's just a game and it's hard not to get involved like with your feelings. It is hard. And but I feel like that's one of my biggest thing that it was hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And who are you both most excited to meet other than each other on when you found out who was going to be on the show with you?
I think I was most excited when we walk in and see each other. I think I was really excited to get to know Wendell because I had watched him on Survivor. And so I was like, oh my gosh, he's actually here in person. Because listen, I was kind of fangirling a little bit. I was starstruck, honey. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe he's standing here. So I think that's who kind of threw me for a loop at first. I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait. So.
Well, to be honest, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know. I just walk in and I just feel very intimidated because they're like, I feel like everybody knew each other. Everybody knew who
Yeah.
this person was from this show. And I'm like, I just need to do some investigation and I just need to watch some shows because I was like out of the loop. So I felt like, wow, I don't even know who these people are, but I know they're very well known. So, and I just like, I'm glad that I got to meet them. Now I know them. Now I know who they are, what they
Yep.
do, and all that stuff. And I just
That's
love
right.
it.
And who was the biggest surprise out of everybody that you met and why?
The biggest surprise as far as good. I think the biggest surprise or bad, the biggest surprise I think out of all of them was I don't know. Has such a big personality in the house, and we all have our own personalities, but we all click together. So, but I think as far as the biggest surprise, I would have to say that shocked me because I'm so used to them being I guess very talkative and on television, but then seemed kind of a little bit quiet and reserved at times was Joe. Because when Joe was on Bachelor, he was constantly like talking and things like that. But Joe, when he's thinking, he's very quiet, he's like laid back. And I'm like, if I had hair like that and looked like that, I'd probably be cool and laid back too. So, mhm.
What about you?
Uh, I don't know. I feel like maybe Tag. I got a really good connection with Tag, and he taught me so much. Like I feel like he's coming from competition shows, and he have the experience. So like I told, I didn't know anybody, but once I got to meet people, I kind of like learn a little bit from each one because there are people who are from different shows that are actually used to do competition shows. So like I feel like it was just like a learning process.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Nice. And who is someone you each wanted to get closer with but didn't have the chance?
Gosh, somebody I wanted to get close to but didn't have the chance. Well, I don't know. We were so busy of playing the competition and enjoying each other so much that it's kind of hard to pick somebody out because we got to know each other quite a bit. In the first episode, we get to know each other so well that I really can't say who I would, just pick out because truthfully, I just like to take about 3 or 4 months and all of us get back together in the house and just have a great time, honey. Just have a big vacation is what I'd really like to do. But I don't know. I can't just pick out one person.
No,
So
it's hard.
yeah.
It's hard to pick a one person.
Nice. And we only have a little bit of time left, so I want you each to describe the experience in 3 words.
Oh gosh. In 3 words. Listen, you've heard me, honey. I don't have 3 words. I can't just put 3 words. Let's see. My 3 words would be exhilarating, fun, and fantastic.
And I will say intense. I was gonna say fun because it was fun, and very challenging.
I love it. Well, you two are an absolute delight. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. I appreciate you. I'm proud of you, and I hope we get to talk again soon.
Thank
Yes,
you,
most
Sam.
definitely.
Nice
Thank you.
to
And I
meet
love
you.
your shirt.
Thank you. Amazon, $20.
There you go.